Hi, welcome to Where the Wild Books Are. I'm Miss Mary, Storytime Programmer at the Faulkner County Library in Conway, Arkansas. And today, we're talking about fuzzy, wuzzy, cozy, comfy, snuggly, wuggly blankets. I'm here with my favorite Yoda blanket. I've got my comfy pillows, my sweet teddy bear, and my blanket. And now you're here, which makes it just about perfect. Today, we're gonna get started with a fuzzy, wuzzy blanket poem. Are you ready? I have a fuzzy blanket, hold up your blanket, to snuggle in at night. I wrap it all around me and pull it up warm and tight. Do you pull it up under your chin or under your eyes, or do you pull your blanket up over your head? We're gonna do that poem one more time. I have a fuzzy blanket to snuggle with at night. I wrap it all around me and pull it warm and tight. I like to pull mine up under my chin. All right, now it's time for our first story, The Story Blanket, by Farida Wolf, Harriet May Savitz, and illustrated by Elena Odrizio-Zola. And this is published, oh, look at that pretty splash page, by Peachtree Atlanta. Deep in the snow-covered mountains was the tiny village where Baba Zara lived. The children loved to settle down on Baba Zara's big old blanket to listen to her stories. One day, Baba Zara noticed there was a hole in Nikolai's shoe. When the children left, she decided to knit Nikolai some nice, warm socks. But so much snow had fallen that winter that no one could get through to the village to deliver wool yarn. How could she knit warm socks without wool? Every question has an answer, said Baba Zara. I just have to think of it. She poured herself a glass of sweet tea to help her think. Before she had taken 3 sips, Baba Zara knew what to do. I will unravel a little of the story blanket and use the wool for Nikolai's socks, she said. Late at night, when everyone was asleep, Baba Zara trekked through the snow and left the socks on Nikolai's doorstep. A few days later, Baba Zara noticed the postman looked quite chilly. Soon after, the postman found a scarf wrapped around his mailbag when he left to start his morning rounds. Do you know who made it? He asked everyone he met. But no one did. The schoolmaster was surprised to find a pair of warm mittens on the woodpile when he brought in wood for the school stove. Mrs. Ivanoff flapped the ravens from her wash with the new knitted apron she discovered beside her water pump. Before long, the grocer was wearing a new shawl instead of her old moth-eaten one. And the children had to sit closer on the blanket when they came to Baba Zara's for a story. Yep, look at them all smushed in there together. Day by day, the villagers grew more curious about the mysterious gifts. Baby Olga received a soft new blanket, and the butcher showed off a fancy new woolen cap that covered his shiny bald head. The children were now squashed together on Baba Zara's very small story blanket. Confusion grew when the tailor's scraggly cat showed up, purring and grunned in a snug cat coat. There was no story blanket left to sit on. The villagers asked the mayor to help them solve the mystery. You know what Baba Zara always says, the mayor replied. Every question has an answer. When the children saw the socks, the scarf, the mittens, the apron, the shawl, the cap, the baby blanket, and the cat coat all together, they shouted, "It looks like Baba Zara's old story blanket." But she doesn't have it anymore, said Nikolai.
Aha, said the mayor. The mystery is solved. Baba Zara used the wool in her blanket to make these gifts. Now it's our turn to give Baba Zara a surprise.
So, while Baba Zara slept, a few rows of wool were unraveled from every blanket in every household and left on Baba Zara's doorstep. Baba Zara was amazed when she opened her front door in the morning. She had never seen so much wool yarn in so many colors, and on top of it all was a sign that read, "For your new story blanket." The next time the children went to Baba Zara's for a story, there was a colorful new blanket to sit on and a tale about a village where everyone shared with each other. As she hugged the children goodbye, Baba Zara noticed a hole in Alexandra's sweater. She wanted to knit Alexandra a surprise, but the snow was still on the hills and no wool yarn was to be had anywhere in the village. Baba Zara knew that every question had an answer. She looked at her new story blanket and smiled. What do you think Baba Zara is going to do? I think she's going to unravel a little bit of the new story blanket and make Alexandra a new sweater. That's what I think. And that's the end of the story blanket.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed the story. Now we are gonna do a little color poem, and I'm gonna use the flannel board. So I once had a blanket. It was fluffy and new. I once had a blanket and its color was blue. Let's see if you can guess the next one. I once had a blanket, the prettiest I've seen. I once had a blanket and its color was green. That's right. Let's see if you can guess the next one. I once had a blanket soft as a pillow. I once had a blanket and its color was yellow. All right, here comes our last one. I once had a blanket at the foot of my bed. I once had a blanket and its color was red. That's right. Okay. Now, you guys, I forgot which one of these blankets my teddy bear was under. Oh no, I gotta find my teddy bear. Not this teddy bear, my flannel teddy bear. Oh goodness, teddy bear, are you under there? Which blanket should I look under first? Yellow? Okay, teddy bear, are you under there? No. Let's see which color next. Red? Okay. Teddy bear, are you under there? No. Which one next? Which blanket should I look under? Green? Okay. Teddy bear, are you under there? Oh no. I really hope teddy bear's under this one. Teddy bear, are you under there? Let's hope. Teddy bear was under the blue blanket. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad we found teddy bear. Thank you. Okay, now I thought we'd learn a cool song about our blankets. Yeah, because you know, wouldn't it be great to be a fuzzy wuzzy blanket? Because everybody would just love you. Well, that's kind of how this song goes. Oh, I wish I was a fuzzy wuzzy blanket. That is what I truly like to be. 'Cause if I was a fuzzy wuzzy blanket, everyone would snuggle up with me. Yeah, oh, I love it. Okay, we're gonna sing it one more time. Grab your blanket and let's get snuggly. Oh, I wish I was a fuzzy wuzzy blanket. That is what I truly like to be. 'Cause if I was a fuzzy wuzzy blanket, everyone would snuggle up with me. Oh, I love that song. I hope you liked it too. Do you guys know what a quilt is? So this is a blanket. It's two-sided. It has Yoda on one side and green on the other, and it's made out of fleece. But there's a special kind of blanket called a quilt. And what makes a quilt different is a quilt is made up of lots of different pieces and colors that are put together. Kind of like that. Have you ever seen a blanket like this? Well, tomorrow in Explorers Club, we are going to do some cool quilt projects. But right now, I want to tell you a story, and a quilt plays a very important part of it. This is the story of Princess Marigold's blanket. Once upon a time, the king and the queen had a beautiful baby girl, and they named her, you got it, Princess Marigold. And they decided that Princess Marigold, do you want to see a picture of Princess Marigold? Princess Marigold needed to have a blanket that was as beautiful as she was. She is a pretty beautiful baby. So the king looked out the window and saw the sky and declared, "She must have a blanket as yellow as the sun in the sky." And then the queen looked out the window and saw, you got it, clouds. And she said, "And the blanket must be as white as the fluffy clouds floating by." And then the king said, "The blanket must be as orange as the flowers in my garden." And the queen said, "And the blanket must be as green as the grass." And the king said, "And it must be as red as the apples on my trees." And the queen said, "And as beautiful as the purple grapes on the vine." And the king said, "And as brown as the earth from which all those things grow." And finally, it must be as pink as beautiful Princess Marigold's cheeks. I mean, obviously. Oh my goodness, the servants and the king and queen searched all over the kingdom. They brought in tailors and weavers, and they could make gorgeous blankets out of one color, like green or blue or white or black, but none of them could make a blanket that had all the colors, the yellow, the white, the orange, the purple, the red, and the pink. They couldn't do it. And oh my goodness, they were just about to give up hope when an old woman came forward and offered her, that's right, her quilt. The one that she had made from scraps of yarn, scraps of old ratty blankets, a part of a dress, an apron, curtains, and ribbons. And look, it had all the colors in it. And the old woman said, "This is the blanket I made to keep my children and my grandchildren warm. I would like to give it to Princess Marigold." What do you think the king and queen said? The king and queen said that they were honored to have it. The quilt was truly as beautiful as their daughter, Princess Marigold, but it was also as warm as a mother's embrace and as light as a father's kiss. And they wrapped Princess Marigold up in that blanket, and of course, they all lived happily ever after. Okay, so if you have a blanket or a scarf or a piece of fabric, get it out now, because we are going to do Oh Me Oh My, which is a fun little blanket rhyme. Yeah. So a couple of things we need to do. We're going to talk about washing our blanket. And when we talk about washing it, take your blankie and rub it together like that. And then we're going to say lay it out to dry. So you can spread it out and lay it out to dry flat. And then we're going to talk about shaking it out at the end. So shake your blanket out like that. And then at the end, we're going to hug it and cuddle up. Here we go. What's the first meal that we eat each day? Breakfast. So we are going to start there. At breakfast time, oh me, oh my, milk spilled on my blanket. Oh me, oh my, have to wash my blanket. Wash it and lay it out to dry. Did you lay it out? Okay. At lunchtime, oh me, oh my, peanut butter spilled on my blanket. Oh me, oh my, have to wash my blanket and lay it out to dry. At snack time, oh me, oh my, mustard spilled on my blanket. Oh me, oh my, have to wash my blanket and lay it out to dry. At dinner time, I almost forgot what came after snack time. At dinner time, oh me, oh my, spaghetti spilled on my blanket. Oh me, oh my, have to wash my blanket and lay it out to dry. At bedtime, oh me, oh my, cookie crumbs fell on my blanket. Oh me, oh my, have to shake my blanket out, shake it out. No time to wash or dry. No, no, no. I need my blanket. It's time for Betty Bye. Yay! I love that song. It is so much fun.
From the best-selling author of Feminist Baby, Lauren Brandt's Blanket, Journey to Extreme Coziness. Published by Little Brown and Company. For Deb, the coziness queen. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I was too busy being warm and cozy inside my fuzziest blanket. I call this a blanket cocoon. You might be wondering, what is a blanket cocoon? Well, let me tell you. A cocoon is a protective covering. Some insects make cocoons to have a safe place to become their grown-up selves in. Look over there. The caterpillar is about to make a cocoon. Shh, be very quiet. Watch as the caterpillar hangs from that branch. It's making a warm and cozy cocoon. What do you think the caterpillar is doing now? Hello? Caterpillar? What's going on in there? Oh, I hope everything is okay. Oh, thank goodness! The caterpillar is okay. And now it can fly. Wow, nature is amazing. Would you like to be inside a cocoon, a blanket just like me? This way to extreme coziness. To make your very own snuggly, cuddly blanket cocoon, follow these easy steps. Step 1, find your most favorite blanket. Step 2, lay it out on the floor. Step 3, lie down on the very edge of it. Step 4, now roll. Congratulations! You are inside a warm and cozy blanket cocoon. Now that you're here, there are a lot of things you can do. You can snuggle and wiggle and feel safe and warm. You can close your eyes. And wow, look at me, I'm soaring through space. I'm running through the rainforest. Now I'm inside an igloo covered in snow and under the deep blue sea. Now I'm up, what'd I miss? What have you been doing inside your cocoon? Are you cozy and comfy? Are you wiggly and giggly? Are you snug as a bug? What is going to happen when we leave our blanket cocoons? Uh-oh. Not knowing what will happen is kind of scary. Not knowing what will happen is also kind of exciting. I wonder what I'll become. I wonder what you'll become. We could be anything. Let's see. I'm a blanket fly. Yay! What did you become? A blanket fly too? Or a blanket cat? Or a blanket bunny? Or the best thing of all, the amazing you? And that's the end of blanket. Oh, did you make yourself a blanket cocoon when we read the how-to part of this book? I may have to try that.
Okay, I'm gonna try to wrap myself up in a blanket cocoon, just like in that book. So I think it said the first thing I had to do was spread my blanket out flat. So here we go. Spread it out nice and flat. Okay. All right, and then it said to lay down on one end was the next part, right? And then to roll, but I think I'm gonna have to hold it and roll. It worked! I am in a blanket cocoon. Oh, this is amazing. I think I can even tuck my arm in here. Let's see. Yes! All right. Thanks for joining me for a cozy, comfy, snuggly, wuggly blanket story time. I love all of you, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!